So obviously we got this Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol fight happening soon. So I thought, just as a tribute to both fighters, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give three reasons why each fighter beats the other fighter. So we'll start with Dmitry Bivol. The reason why I think Dmitry Bivol beats Beterbiev is because I believe that there's several reasons why, but here's the main reason why. In terms of his attributes, obviously he's taller, he's rangier, he's faster, he's slicker, he's got a better defense. He gets hit a lot less, and this can be empirically true proven because I believe Bivol is the fighter that gets the least hit in boxing right now. So his defense is top notch. On top of that, as we know, he's younger as well. And the fact remains that he is in some type of aspect in you can argue that he's in his prime right now. So you got Dmitry Bivol, who's actually in his prime, probably gonna be as good as he's ever gonna get, and he's going into this super fight, the biggest fight of his career, and he's gonna fight an absolute monster in Artur Beterbiev. But the fact is, you could argue that Bivol is in his prime while Artur Beterbiev isn't. So that in itself, the first reason why I think he beats Artur Beterbiev is because of his attributes. The fact that he's younger, he's taller, he's rangier, he's slicker, he's got a better defense, he's a fresher, so he's not taking as much. He's not got as much wear and tear on his body as Artur Beterbiev has. Okay, so that's the main one of the main reasons why I think that he's got the best chance of beating Artur Beterbiev because of the attributes he possesses, him being younger, fresher, taller, rangier, having a better defense. Okay, the second reason why I think he beats Artur Beterbiev is because Artur Beterbiev is similar to the first point. He's older, so because he's older, he's what 39, approaching 40. There's a 6 year gap between them, so that 6 year gap and that gap that he's got between them is the fact that he's basically in a point where he's approaching father time. With him approaching father time, he's got a lot more injuries, so he's got a lot more wear and tear on his body. Um, Artur Beterbiev has pulled out of several fights because of the injuries on his body. So the fact is, he pulled out the first Bivol fight that was supposed to happen earlier because of an injury. He pulled out of the fight with Yard because he had an injury. He's pulled out of several fights because of injuries. So the fact remains, in my opinion, the fact that he's got all these injuries on his body and everything that he's been through in terms of the wear and tear in his career, that's a major reason why I think Artur Dmitry Bivol might beat Beterbiev because of the fact that he has had all of these injuries. The third reason why I think Dmitry Bivol beats Artur Beterbiev is the fact that Bivol has been more active and he's got a lot of momentum. So obviously we do know like Dmitry Bivol, even though he's a less experienced fighter than Artur Beterbiev to some extent in terms of his amateur resume, he has already been on the big stage. So he's already had a massive super fight where he was the underdog, and that fight was obviously against Canelo. He went in there against pound for pound the best fighter on the planet. Who everybody at that time was hyping up. I mean, at that time, you got to remember Canelo he was undisputed at 168. He went up to 175, I believe, and he knocked out Sergey Kovalev, who's seen as this light heavyweight monster, who's a three-time light heavyweight champion. He knocked him out, and he had all of this momentum going his way. The Mexican press was in his back pocket. The WBC loved him. The Ring magazine had him on a pedestal. They said that this guy is incredible. This was 9 to 10 years after he's lost to Mayweather, so he's had 9 years of dominance where he's beaten very good fighters in them 9 years. He's already unified several divisions. He's already become undisputed at 168. He was the favorite going into this fight against Bivol, and Bivol was the underdog. Bivol was the one getting underestimated. Bivol was the one that everybody thought was going to lose. Yet Bivol went in there against a prime uh 10 year undefeated Canelo coming off all of this momentum, who was on a tear, who's absolutely destroying everyone, who a lot of people in their worldwide consensus had him as the number one pound for pound fighter on the planet. Bivol went in there against him and beat him. So the fact that Bivol's been in there, he's been in under this level of pressure before. He's been in a huge super fight and he's managed to prevail and he managed to beat Canelo against all of the odds, against everyone against him, against literally everyone. Backing Canelo. Not only that, you had the promoters backing him. You had the judges in his back pocket. You had literally everyone in Canelo's side. Bivol went in there and he completely destroyed him. So that level of confidence that you get from beating the odds, you just can't put a price tag on that. Now, Beterbiev, don't get it twisted. He's been on the big stage, but he's never been on this on a type of stage that that Bivol's been on, where like he's up there against the top fighter in his prime, where he's the B side, but literally the whole world's press is there. A Canelo super fight is a big event, big event. So the fact that Bivol's been there before and he's been more active, that's the third reason why I think I give him an edge against Beterbiev, and they're the three reasons why I think that he could beat Beterbiev. The first reason I mentioned was his attributes, the fact that he's younger, taller, rangier, slicker, quicker, younger, fresher. All that's one reason. The second reason is because Artur Beterbiev's older, he's more injury prone, he's not as fresh. He's approaching 40. Father Time doesn't wait for no man, and the fact that he's got a lot more wear and tear on his body. And the third reason is because he's been more active and he's been on that stage before. He's beaten Canelo on the biggest stage in boxing. He's been an active fighter, like active in the sense that he's had more fights than Beterbiev has had. So they're the three reasons why I think Bivol can beat Beterbiev. Tell me what you think below. I'm going to make a video where I think Beterbiev can beat Bivol, and then I'm going to give my final prediction, and then that's all she wrote. Tell me what you think, and like and subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot more content coming your way. Peace out.